get set to get started on a gorgeous Saturday in the Bluegrass State. Temperature about 60 degrees, and the kickoff is in the air, and this is going to go through the end zone, so the Toppers will start first down after that one is put down for the touchback. The senior quarterback is Austin Reed, and he leads WKU 6'2", 220, 2,382 yards passing, 21 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. He is the guy. He's the trigger man. He's on the preseason Maxwell and O'Brien and Camp and Manning lists. He's on them all.
Yes, I mean, Reed just got to get going on. If he gets early and reads the defense, if they give him opportunity to get in situations to get the ball deep, he's going to take advantage of it.
Well, on first down, they'll give the handoff to Young. He's going to get a yard, and that's about all. It's more of a 3-3-5 defense for New Mexico State. They'll play 5 basically defensive backs.
Yes, they do that because what happens is they're trying to match the speed with the wide open offense what WKU has. So you can put defensive backs on that, and then you have three down linemen and 3 backers to make sure you cover that middle.
Second down and 9. Handoff again, Young just a dive right up the middle to about the 28-yard line. And so WKU very conservative in their first couple of plays, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 7 for the Hilltoppers.
Exactly. I mean, as I'm looking at this, the main thing with that is that New Mexico State is playing a cover 2, high 2 safeties, and they're just giving up the running game, but their defensive up front is making big plays in the beginning.
Well, look at that defensive setup. Howard to the left side. Reed throws underneath. Pass caught by Young. Nice move across the 40. Still in his feet. He may go. Midfield 40. It's a foot race 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
Yes, Elijah Young. Elijah is young, but he's not restless. You mean like the Young and the Restless daytime show? He is making it happen. What an electric move down the field.
That, for him, the reception, he had a 64-yard touchdown run against Texas El Paso. That one covers ground. It covers 72 yards, and that will put Western Kentucky on the board first. He made the first man miss, and once he did, it was a foot race.
Yes, when he's man-to-man, they try to play cover 2 high safeties, but they went man-to-man, cover 2 man. And when you man-to-man with a linebacker with Young, that's a problem.
Lucas Carnero on for the extra point, and it's up and it's good, and the Hilltoppers get exactly what this homecoming crowd wanted, and that's a score on their opening possession. A quick touchdown strike after 2 running plays, the 1 pass over the middle, and Young had the speed to take it the distance to give WKU an early 7-0 lead.
Very fast. If you look at the replay, he goes through, uses his hand. We call that on the running back the choice route. When you make that decision against a linebacker one-on-one, there's no one can cover Young like that.
So an outstanding start for the Hilltoppers as they score right off the bat. And now we'll kick it away to another very potent offense led by a very talented junior quarterback for New Mexico State. So back deep to receive for the Aggies. Ackles and Brady back deep to receive the kickoff. This is going to be fielded at about the 4. Angling to the near side to the 20, trying to get to the sideline. Nice job to hem him in right there at the 25 and stop the progress for Ackles. And that's where New Mexico State will start first down. And that's one of those, Terry, the first guy wraps him up. The next guys come on and try to strip the football away.
Yes, we call that gang tackling and running to the football. And you know what? I don't know that old saying, you running like your hair is on fire. I never had my hair on fire, but it looked like they were running hard enough for it.
Well, the quarterback is Diego Pavia, 6', 200-pound junior out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. 2,116 yards passing, 17 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. 659 yards rushing, and 5 touchdowns.
Yes, in this set like this, majority of the time, 3 receivers, he's trying to run that outside zone. He tried to check with me. He's really good at that.
Has a man in motion toward the formation. Play action fake. Plants. He's going to go long on first down and into coverage and broken up and incomplete. Good defense. Davian Williams there to make the defensive play and bat that ball away as they tried for the long ball on first down.
Yes, with Pavia, that quarterback does a good job of faking faking the read option and looking for the deep pass, trying to score a strike really quick early.
So they went for the early look and came up short there. Cordell David was the intended receiver. 2nd down and 10 for the Aggies from the 25. Pistol formation this time. WKU showing a little bit of a blitz from the corner. Now they're going to drop back in regular coverage. No, they do bring the blitz. Handoff, tailback across the 25 to about the 28-yard line. Jamani Jones, he is a junior, 6'2", 225, came out of Northeast Oklahoma A&M. Almost 200 yards rushing on the season. They will play several guys in the running back position. Thomas, Watkins, Jones all share time.
Yeah, and Jones is really good at that. What they love to really get is that outside stretch play. They get you going out really deep and then they cut up the middle.
3rd and 7. 3-man defensive front for the Hilltoppers. Cooper, Davis, and Wheeler, the starters for the Hilltoppers.
And they got to really be careful because Pavia sometimes, if he has wide open, he'll set up and throw that ball deep.
They're going to hammer it again. Long down the sideline, it's overthrown and incomplete. Looking out there for Trent Hudson, the junior, and so New Mexico State trying to dial long distance a couple of times on the opening drive, but they come up empty and will have to punt it away.
Yes, I mean, really good man-to-man coverage with for WKU. I mean, stride for stride. And if you can make those things happen, it's going to be an exciting game because both offenses and both DCs are very athletic.
So back to punt, Zach Haynes for the Aggies standing inside the 15-yard line on 4th down and 7, sort of that Australian type of punter, high spinning punt, going to be fielded on a fair catch at the 28. And that's where Western Kentucky will take over after Hutchinson makes the reception. And the Hilltoppers will get the opportunity to see if they can add to their lead. They scored on the big strike on their opening possession, and they lead 7-0. WKU, led by senior quarterback Austin Reed, will take the field for their second offensive possession. They struck for a 72-yard touchdown on their opening drive as the Hilltoppers built a 7-0 early lead, and now they'll have their second possession. Man in motion toward the formation. Now circles back to the right. Handoff, tailback will bounce this outside. Young's going to get at the 35, maybe the 36-yard line. Good hard running. From Knoxville is Elijah Young. He's a guy that didn't play much early in the year. He's a transfer from Missouri. He has really come on late.
Yes, he's making a lot of plays. Very dynamic. And in space, it's hard to really tackle him in space. He has great vision. But Reed is doing a good job of setting them up. But these two high safeties is forcing you to run the football. He's got to continue to run the football until they come out of cover 2.
They'll hand off to the tailback this time, who just lowers the shoulder, bulls forward to the 39. That'll be enough for a first down. Marquise Stepp, the senior, with his first carry. Out of Indianapolis, made stops at USC and Nebraska along the way to Bowling Green. And it's a first down for the Hilltoppers.
So in this formation, Reed is always setting that, that pistol. He's looking to take a shot because now they're bringing the safeties down a little bit.
Corley in motion, right to left, firing over the middle. Reed a little too tall, incomplete. Was looking for number 86 in the middle of that formation for WKU, Trevor Borland, and it was just a little too high for him.
Yeah, he had him open too, over the middle, right there. What a great read by Reed, but he's got to make sure he get the ball down low.
It's a homecoming Saturday here in Bowling Green. Good crowd on hand. A lot of them are still out in the parking lot in the tailgate area, so sort of slowly working their way in on a nice day. Out of the shotgun on 2nd and 10. Give to Stepp, big hole over the left side, spins, pushes forward, going to be about a yard shy of the first down. Made a nice little spin move and got a couple of more yards out of that. And it'll bring up 3rd and I believe about a yard.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets really physical, if he gets his steps in, he puts his Fitbit on, I wonder how many steps he got on that carry. Because he will knock you over. He does not slow down on the first contact.
He's big, 6'1", 225, came in with 236 yards rushing, a couple of touchdowns. 3rd and less than a yard for the Hilltoppers, just shy of their own 49-yard line.
And they're going quick snap.
That's the quick snap to the running back. Reed tried to sell it. Lucky he was walking to the sideline. looked confused, had both hands in the air, and they snapped it to the tailback who runs and gets the first down.
Yeah, they could try to confuse everybody. Trickeration, a new word in the dictionary, trying to confuse what's going on. What the whole deal is, Reed is trying to make sure he gets these safeties down. They're staying high, forcing you to still run the football. You can't throw the football a lot yet because they're giving you the run play now.
Davian Irvin Poindexter had that run. Reed's going to fire over the middle, has a man on a hook route, complete enough for a first down to the 38-yard line. The reception there by Dalvin Smith. That's his 29th catch of the season. And the Toppers move the chains again.
Really good look away. I mean, call the hook over the middle. We call that the wide choice. When you run that football over to the quarterback and Dalvin Smith, number 17, knows that he's wide open. He just looked to hook over the ball.
Reed and Iniguez check in on the defensive front for New Mexico State. First down for the Hilltoppers. And Reed looking, throws back across the formation, complete inside the 30. Another first down to the 25. River Helms, the sophomore, his 15th catch of the year. And Reed doing what we saw him do early in the year, spreading the ball around, getting time in the pocket to find those receivers.
Yes, Reed doing a real good job now. He's running that little Reed Corvette offense. He's getting that thing fast and making sure he's getting that receiver that's wide open, those check with me's.
New Mexico State got caught trying to change personnel. They finally get it set and get everybody in that they're looking to get in. First down from the 26 for Western Kentucky. Straight give, running right inside the 20, pushing it down close to another first down. That's Marquise Stepp again, the senior. And I believe with forward progress, that will be enough to move the chains.
He's stepping out there, making a lot of plays, very physical, and they switching up a lot on what they're doing. But I'm surprised that their leading receiver, Malachi Corey, pretty soon he's going to get in this game plan.
Actually, they say he's just shy. I thought they waved to move the chains. Instead, it's going to be second and about a foot, just shy of the 16-yard line. And now a whistle. And timeout will be taken here. I'm not so sure whether or not they want to measure this or if they. I think it was ruled a first down, Terry, and they didn't get the change right, and now they've changed it. That's what they're going to do. It is a first down.
It's definitely a first down. So this is an opportunity when you're in the red zone. This is the opportunity to get the ball in the end zone right now because you can open up your whole game plan. The closer you get, it limits what you can do with your passing game. So I would think they would try to score in this situation now because right now New Mexico State likes to pack it in, and if you do that, the crossing routes is usually wide open.
8:24 left in this first quarter. WKU leading 7-0 and in the red zone. First down from the New Mexico State 16-yard line. Handoff to Elijah Young. He's going to try to bounce it out to the left. He'll be chased out of bounds after a gain of a couple of yards. Tried to turn the corner, but the Aggies did a good job of not letting him do that.
Yeah, the Aggies have a lot of team speed out there, though. It's hard to get outside to contain on them. They do a great job of keeping everything inside of them, and with that team speed, it's hard to do anything against them.
Eagles, the cornerback there to chase him out of bounds. Gain of 3, second down and 7. And again, pretty much on every play, New Mexico State making significant defensive changes in personnel.
Yeah, and then now you notice it's man-to-man coverage because he's going with Malachi Corley. No one has been guarding him right now. He hasn't got a ball yet. I'm surprised they haven't got the ball to him.
Reed takes off and runs inside the 5, leans out for the goal line. Did he get it in? Yes, he did. Touchdown, WKU. He knew where the goal line was, and he stuck that right arm out with the football in it to make sure it crossed the plane of the goal line.
Yes, I mean, that's what happens when you're a quarterback. There's no one really covering the quarterback. He's one-on-one. When you drop back in coverage, when man-to-man, there's no one to cover the quarterback, and Reed saw that and ran an end zone.
And he made a quick decision. He decided to take off and run very early.
Yes, very good decision, and it was definitely poised on that particular play.
Quick review now, as it was a scoring play. I'm sure they're reviewing it up here in the booth to make sure that he did break the plane, and I believe that is now confirmed. So Lucas Carnero, the redshirt freshman, on to attempt the extra point. I'll let him kick it, then I'll tell you what his record is in points after this season. His kick is up. He's 32 for 32.
Yeah, man, that's really good to have a weapon like that. If you have an extra weapon, that makes a big difference.
So 2 drives, 2 scoring plays for WKU. And the Hilltoppers, they're enjoying some tailgating carrying over into the first quarter.
Yes, they're enjoying outside and nice weather. They got stuff out there. They got TVs, electricity, and food. It's going to take them the time to come on in here.
And they have a big screen over here that they can actually watch as well. So with the kickoff going through, New Mexico State will start first down from their own 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get some offense going. You know, Jerry Kill came in here. This is his second year, and he has really re-energized this Aggies program.
What a really good coach. You know, he will never be out of any game, and you can expect them to strike at any time. They have too many weapons on their offensive side of the ball, so they're in the pistol now, and they're going to make things happen.
They shift into the shotgun. Thomas is the tailback to the left of Pavia, the quarterback. The handoff will go to Thomas. Huge hole over the right side and down the sideline to midfield and more. Thomas hesitates, finally tackled at the 35-yard line. That'll be a 40-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time for them to get going on. The quarterback, Pavia, is going to make sure he gets his offense in the right position. It's a check with me. What they did is pull, they went power, and then the B gap, the difference between the tackle and the guard was wide open.
Well, great job by the right side, Yarrow and Canepa and Claiborne on that offensive line for the Aggies. He had a huge hole to operate through. First down from the WKU 35-yard line. Shotgun formation. Man in motion, Pavia looks to throw. Rush is coming. Now he's going to run. He's dangerous here, 30, 25, and slides down to avoid the hit. He should have enough for a first down just inside the 25-yard line. Came into the game 659 yards rushing and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, Pavia, very electric, right? He was looking downfield immediately, but then he saw it was wide open. No one was holding him. He put his foot in the ground and got a few yards there.
Pavia is only the second Aggies quarterback in history with 3,000 yards passing and 1,000 yards rushing.
He definitely can hurt you with his legs.
First down from the WKU 24-yard line. Alternating pistol formation here. Now they're going to shift into the shotgun with men to each side of the quarterback. Hand off to the tailback running left. He'll get it down close to the 20-yard line, a gain of about 3 yards on the play. That'll bring up second down and 7.
Yeah, so what they're trying to do is take their time and look for opportunities. Bobby, he's making sure he's screening the defense. What we call the shell is like the cornerbacks and the safeties, where they're at is going to determine if he's going to get that ball in the air.
Thomas stays in. He had the carry on first down. Second down and 7. Clock is running. 5:15 to go in the opening quarter. WKU leading 14-0, but New Mexico State on the march. Knocking on the door of the red zone. And a whistle and a penalty flag, and I would assume that's going to be a procedure penalty on the Aggies, and it will. That's the first penalty. It will cost them 5.
Offense number 56. 5-yard penalty, remaining second down.
So they called it on the center, Yarrow. It's hard to get a procedure penalty on the center. Usually that means they shifted the football or some kind of move and they drew the penalty.
Exactly. He flinched a little bit early before the lineman could even move. He kind of hesitated and moved the ball early.
So now second and 11 as it walks back to the 25-yard line. 3 receivers split left, 1 to the right for the Aggies. Shotgun formation for Pavia. Pavia, quarterback keeper all the way. Runs left, not going to get much. Maybe the 28, and that's about all. TJ Springer was the first there to make contact, and other teammates came and arrived on the scene as well. Jaden Loving was there, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Aggies.
Yes, Springer was on a spy. He was spying Pavia because he knew there was an opportunity to run on that particular down. What a great read in watching that quarterback and seeing that. But now, at third and 9, you got to get the ball in the air, but also too he can beat you with his feet on this down.
3 receivers split to the right this time for the Aggies, 1 to the left in the shotgun. WKU shifts on the defensive line.
And it looked like they're coming with that saw blitz, meaning that safety sting blitz.
And here they come. Pavia being chased, looking downfield, sends one toward the end zone. It is out of bounds, incomplete. It was a nice throw, just could not keep it on the field of play, and we got to get, I think the receiver down there made contact with one of the game management personnel, and he was just stopping to make sure everybody was okay before he came back onto the field.
Yeah, what a great call by Coach Summers on that, what you call that sting blitz or safety blitz. That caused probably to move his feet, because if he would have had more time, that would have been a touchdown.
Jonathan Brady had made the catch, but he was out of bounds. Here's Ethan Albertson from San Diego for what will be a 40-yard attempt just inside the near hash. And the kick is up, and it is good, just inside the left upright. So the Aggies get on the board with a 40-yard field goal by Ethan Albertson. So with 3:49 left in the opening quarter, the homecoming standing at WKU, for WKU, a win today would make them bowl eligible for the 5th consecutive year under Tyson Helton. They've been to 4 straight bowl games, won 3 of those. On the other side, the Aggies are already bowl eligible for the first time in 63 years.
You have very good teams playing today, and there's a lot of football left. You're going to see a lot of excitement today because they're coached by really good coaches.
Kickoff return, spin, stays on his feet somehow to get 3 or 4 more yards. That can get dangerous when you have a guy spinning doing a 360, because that ball can get away from your body and becomes a lot easier to knock it loose.
Absolutely. I mean, we call that football goals, dreams, and aspirations. When you're spinning like that, you kind of lose your dream a little bit.
But he held on to it that time. They spot him down at the 24. Austin Reed threw the touchdown pass on the opening drive. For him, that's his 62nd career touchdown pass. That ties him with Bailey Zappi for 3rd on the WKU career touchdown list.
And you expect a lot more from him tonight. But you know who I'm shocked is that Malachi Corley hasn't really gotten the game yet.
They try Young this time running. Boy, a hard hit there at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a couple of yards, and that's about all. Good contact there coming in. Opiu and Elliott and Paletti, the linebackers, good, solid linebacking crew here for the Aggies.
Yeah, Paletti, he brought the wood. We call that the wood, and very physical right there. Coming downhill, it makes a difference when you have a linebacker like that.
Gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. 3 receivers split right, shotgun formation. Reed fires and incomplete. Boy, had a man maybe a little confusion there. Terry had 2 receivers in the area. The one that went long broke open, but the pass was underthrown for him.
Yes, I mean, that wasn't a good read on that, but most of the time it's going to be the receivers. We blame the quarterback sometimes, but the side adjust got to come for receivers. If Messer would have kept up down the field, he was wide open.
Messer, the freshman out of Louisville, 27 catches on the year. Kind of had his coming out game earlier against Houston Christian. 3rd down and 8.
They're playing man coverage.
Reed plants, fires, long underthrown, broken up and incomplete. I think the Aggies defensive back actually wanted an interference call on the offense. Andre Selden was right there with coverage. The ball was just underthrown, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, Aggies did a
best effort is it's going to be marked out, I would believe, near midfield, and actually it's going to be right at the 45-yard line. So a punt of about 18 yards is going to give New Mexico State excellent field position.
Yes, he tried to punt like an Australian style, but Ellard is from Australia. I don't think Munson is from there. And that was
He's from Warner Robins,
Warner Robins, so
not the same
that's
thing.
not the same thing.
1st down for the Aggies from the WKU 45-yard line.
And this was where Pavia liked to strike in this situation when he smelled blood in the water in great field position. They try to get the ball deep.
They'll go 5 wide, 3 to the right, 2 to the left, empty backfield. Pavia directing traffic. 2:55 left in this opening quarter. Man in motion toward the formation. They tried the little jet sweep, and he tried to hand it off and bobbled it, and it was picked up by Pavia, who runs forward. That could have technically been ruled a forward pass, which would be incomplete, but they didn't rule it that way.
Very much so. Got real lucky. We call that the mesh, that exchange point where they were running too fast, and I don't think Pavia snapped the ball, got the ball to him at the right time.
Instead, a gain of 3, so 2nd down and 7, and very fortunate to get the ball back were the Aggies. Ball at the WKU 42-yard line.
Interesting what Pavia sees is this is man-to-man coverage now. I wonder if he recognized this.
Quick strike in and out of the hands. Boy, he had a receiver wide open. It was Eli Stowers, who is kind of their Swiss Army knife. Stowers does a little bit of everything. He's the backup quarterback. He has also this year played in several other positions. He's played tight end, running back, wide receiver, safety, and quarterback.
Yeah, great job there. What they call is a blitz adjust, because they were bringing more than they can block, so he became the side adjust, but he's got to look for the ball earlier, and he can try to get the ball out as fast as possible.
3rd down and 7 from the WKU 42. Aggies 2 wide to each side. Pavia in the shotgun. Man-to-man coverage. There it is. Rolling left. Pavia fires to the sideline, has a man caught, makes a nice move down the sideline, out of bounds. He'll get a 1st down. That was a nifty spin move by Jonathan Brady, who spun, faked like he was going to go back toward the field, spun back to the sideline, got by the defender, and moved the chains.
Yeah, Brady there on that move, that was Barry Sanderish. You know, off the sideline. We were from the Detroit Lions with those quick feet, spinning away from the defender and getting the 1st down. That extra effort got it done.
Brady, their leading receiver coming into this game, 26 catches, 458 yards, and 3 touchdowns. 1st down for the Aggies from the WKU 30. 1:40 left in the 1st quarter. 14-3 Hilltoppers. Keeper by Pavia, going to run. Has the 25, has the 20, now looking for the sideline. He may have pulled a hamstring. I thought he came up a little, yeah, he did come up a little gimpy right there. You can see him kind of clutching that right thigh.
Yeah, he's really good in space with all the wiggle downfield. He's like an extra running back when he gets the ball up the field.
Now Stowers comes in, and Stowers is the backup quarterback, but Pavia stays in the game. I thought Stowers was coming in to replace him, but we'll keep an eye on Diego Pavia and see how mobile he can be.
Yeah, because he did come up limping on that last play.
1st down in the red zone from the 18-yard line. Quick plant, fires, another nice spin move inside the 10 and out of bounds on the reception. Trent Hudson, the junior.
You know what? They must be practicing that move, because they're loving that spin move. It must be something with WKU. If they're over pursuing, he's trying to get that fake, that inside. When he catches the ball, dips right inside immediately to get another 7-8 yards.
And I believe they are going to rule that enough for the 1st down. So it will be 1st and goal for the Aggies from the Hilltoppers 8-yard line. Pavia getting rid of the ball quickly. It's like take a snap, 1 step, and then turn it loose. This time he'll hand it off. Tailback, boy, nowhere to go. Smothered for a loss. All the way back to the 10-yard line. Great pursuit. That was Kylan Guidry, the junior out of Louisiana. Came through Kilgore College, and he was standing waiting on the ball.
Yes, Guidry right there knew it was something going on, the outside zone, but he can't be beat outside of him. He had contained. He would make sure he controlled that. He controlled the line of scrimmage and made the play.
That's the final play of the 1st quarter, and I looked down, and Pavia came over to the sideline, and I know he's talking to the assistant coaches, but I think he's talking to the trainer too, checking on that leg, and we'll keep an eye on that as this game progresses. 1 quarter in the books. WKU 14, New Mexico State. WKU leads New Mexico State 14-3, but the concern for the Aggies is the condition of their quarterback, Diego Pavia, who's still out there.
Yeah, you can tell the difference on this run. He came up gimpy at the end. You know, you only can pull hamstrings if you're quick. He's quick, twitchy, and it seemed like he had a hamstring on that play.
But he has stayed in the game, and he will be in the shotgun in an empty backfield on 2nd down and goal from the 10. First play of the second quarter. 3 receivers split right, 2 left. Pavia 2 for 6 passing for 22 yards in the first quarter. Man in motion right to left. They'll hand it to him on the jet sweep. Tries to get the corner, gets the 5, got a block, got the end zone. Did he get in? I believe he did. Yes, he did. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
Yeah, great design play by New Mexico State on that reverse outside. When you get outside, they did a great job with the receivers blocking everything inside, and then with the speed, there was no way you can get him out to the edge.
Jonathan Brady with the touchdown run, the sophomore from Las Vegas. That's his 7th carry of the year, his first rushing touchdown. And now Ethan Albertson on for the extra point.
Yeah, Brady had great speed on the edge there.
So after trailing 14-0, the Aggies on a 10-0 run of their own. So the first play of quarter number 2 cashes in the touchdown for the Aggies. So their quarterback didn't have to do anything but hand the ball off. Smart move by them. 14-10, WKU leads. Great to see him back and doing very well with New Mexico State.
Yeah, Jerry Kill, got a chance to meet him, and when I was coaching in one of the coaches' clinic, he gave a presentation on practicing under Fury. I mean, the attitude that he talks about, the way you practice is the way you perform in a game.
Well, Messer there with the return didn't want to go down easily and pushed it out to the middle of the field to about the 27-yard line where the Toppers will start first down. In the first quarter, passing-wise, Austin Reed 3 of 6, 95 yards. Of course, he had the one. I've always thought this is, you get 72 yards of credit as the quarterback. His pass was 3 yards.
Exactly.
The 69 was the rest done by Young.
You remember that was the same thing with, you remember Joe Montana in the West Coast offense with Jerry Rice and all those guys. Give them a short pass, they take it to the house.
Rice and Taylor and company, remember that. First down from the 27. Low snap. Reed with a handoff and not much going on in the middle, and finishing that off right in the echo of the whistle is Irvin Poindexter. Got rerouted there at the end, but there is no penalty flag.
Yeah, right up front. What's important is that New Mexico made some plays up there. They was stout up front. They had penetration. There was no way that WKU can make a play on that.
Sterling Webb led the charge, a sophomore, 6'2", 300 out of St. Louis. Second down and 10 for the Hilltoppers. Just underway, second quarter. Reed plants, dumps it underneath, incomplete. Was trying to get Young on a crossing route and let him a little bit too much. Brings up third down.
Reed just got to take his time on that. Step up in the pocket and make that throw, because that was the shallow cross with the running back. There was green grass on the other side, or green turf. There was nobody on the other side if he was to hit him in the chest.
So third down. WKU 2 for 3 on third downs in the opening quarter. This is a 3rd and 10.
And here comes the pressure with New Mexico State in this down.
They will rush 4. Reed over the middle, threw it a little bit behind his intended receiver and incomplete. He was looking over the middle for Jimmy Holiday, the sophomore, and it was thrown just a bit behind him.
Yeah, I see there's flags down there. For some reason, they might end up bailing WKU out on this play.
Flag is down near the 40-yard line.
First down.
And the penalty is on New Mexico State. It will bail WKU out. It'll be an automatic first down.
Yeah, what a bad play in that situation. He had him, and then all of a sudden, you make a play and hold a receiver and give him first down. That's new life. In this situation, you know that Reed, when you give new life and Coach Helton this life, they're going to try to score and try to strike quick.
First down and 10 from the 37. The little double reverse, toss back to Reed, fires back to Corley. Corley across midfield, still on his feet. Down the sideline and out of bounds at the 30. A little double reverse flea flicker, if you will, and then a quick pass to Corley, who took it all the way down out of bounds at the 29.
Yeah, he is incredible on the catch after the catch. That was some type of trickeration. When you do that, You give it to Malachi in space. You throw a triple reverse screen pass to Malachi. We call him the prophet because he catches the ball and no one's going to catch him the first time.
Out of bounds at the 29. Pistol formation, first down for the Hilltoppers. Hand off to Young, upended at the line of scrimmage. Good pursuit there by the Aggies. You mentioned a moment ago, you know, the yards after the catch. Corley actually led the NCAA last year in yards after catch. They keep all those stats, and he was #1 in the Football Bowl subdivision in yards after a reception.
Yeah, the WKU try to trick you. They try to put a running back at receiver. That's what Malachi is. His lower half, his legs, on contact, the initial person never tackles him. He loves to make things happen. But what's interesting, I like up front what the Aggies are doing right now. They are stout with just 3 rushing, and they're able to hold their ground. So it's going to be a really long night if they continue to dominate up front.
2nd and 12, quick pass. They try to set up a screen to Corley, and it is broken up. Nice defense and a good recovery. That was Mekhi Miller closing on that play. Transfer from Miami, Ohio, and brings up 3rd and 12.
Yes, Miller read that immediately. He must have been watching game film the entire week because he saw something. He saw some tendencies. When you have 3 receivers to one side and Malachi's inside, they love to run that triple, that double screen in the middle.
Field goal from here would be almost 50 yards, so Toppers in need of some yardage here on 3rd down and 12. 3 receivers split right, 1 to the left. Reed with the give, not much, to the 28-yard line. Up into there is Urban Poindexter. Good pursuit and penetration once again in the middle. That was Noah Arenzi with the tackle, along with Keyshawn Elliott, who leads the team in tackles with 67. That's going to bring up a long field goal attempt.
Yeah, the Aggies, that defensive line is doing a really good job just with rushing 3 because they're giving you the running game, but if they can stop the offensive line that has 5 blockers with 3 people, that's going to clog a lot of things up.
Lucas Carnero, his long this season is 45 yards. This is 46 inside the left hash mark. He's 8 for 9 in field goals on the season. His kick is on the way. Does it have enough to get there? And it is, but no good. Had the distance, but pushed it just a little bit to the right. So New Mexico State holds. They will get the ball back, having rattled off 10 unanswered points. 11:48 left in the half. WKU leads 14-10. Leading by a score of 14-10. WKU is 56-32-2 all time. Homecomings that began in 1927. First down for New Mexico State from their own 28-yard line. Tailback will try the left side. He will go absolutely nowhere on the carry. Monty Watkins was stopped by Desmond Baker, the junior, transfer from Rice. Missed all of last year with an injury. Made a nice form tackle right there.
Yes, Desmond Baker wrapped it. He used, you know, that was, you talk about class. I mean, make sure he wraps up and grabbed him at the right point, and he kept his feet running. What a great tackle on pursuit.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. Hilltoppers leading 14-10, approaching 11 minutes left in this first half. Shadows taking over the majority of the playing surface now. Pavia rolling right. Plants, gonna heave it long. Has a man behind the defense. It's underthrown and almost intercepted. Probably should have been picked off in the coverage, but it's broken up and incomplete.
Yeah, they was trying to get that ball deep, but that was a long pass to throw. But the main thing, you got to go up and use your hands. When you're down deep like that as a defensive back, they're not used to playing receiver. But if you go high at the highest point and use your hands high, it'll make a huge difference.
Rome Weber was there to break it up. Brings up a 3rd down and 10. Aggies only had 1 3rd down conversion in the first quarter. From their own 28. Shotgun formation, 2 wide to each side. Pavia to throw. Has plenty of time. Now eases. Now throws. Has a man. It is bobbled but caught across the 40. Tackled out of bounds at the 44. That will be enough for the first down. Bryce Childress with his first catch of the day.
Yes, I mean, on that play, anybody could have been open. Pavia had so much time back there. He could have had lunch, dinner, and breakfast, right? and sat there and wait to his receiver to get hold. I mean, it's hard to cover somebody when you have that much time.
It's an offensive line that averages just over 300 pounds a man, and they did a really nice job in creating time for Pavia. First down from the Aggies 44. Same offensive set. WKU brings the safety blitz. Pass is tipped, but it's caught at the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain, forward progress to the 49. Childress got the tip drill and was able to haul it in for a 5-yard catch.
Yeah, and believe it or not, they practiced that, the tip drill, with catching that ball on a ricochet and using his hands and keeping his eyes on that football. Because when you run down the field, the receivers want to catch the ball. They don't want to take all that energy and not bring the ball back.
So a nice job there to adjust and actually make something out of what could have been an incomplete pass. Second down and 5, just shy of midfield. WKU leading 14-10. Pavia, I've seen no ill effects from that leg that it seemed to bother him earlier. Rush coming, they'll fire down the far sideline. Oh, what a nice adjustment, and incomplete. He could not hang on. It was a tremendous effort by Chris Bellamy, the senior, on a little back shoulder throw, and he almost came down with it.
Yes, he went up there at the high point and tried to make a ESPN highlight tape. Got the ball, Pavia got the ball. He went to the highest point, tried to get the feet in, but bobbled a little bit, no good.
Johnson there on the coverage. So 3rd and 5 for the Aggies from their own 49. Same offensive set, empty backfield once again.
And they got to be careful because you can't rule out Pavia running.
Pavia, quick pass, far side caught, midfield pushing, I believe a little short of the first down. That was a tremendous hit for contact, and if they mark it where the official is, I believe he's about a foot short.
Yeah, very, very aggressive, coming up, making that play, putting your head down, putting your feet down and wrapping and making things happen. Great play on the outside perimeter, but I think the Aggies going to maybe try to go for this one.
That's Sebastian Benjamin among the toppers that was there, and at 4th down and less than a yard, and the Aggies will go for it. We mentioned they've got a big offensive line. They're going to bring in some beef with the tight ends as well.
Yeah, we call this giant personnel, and what they try to do is just go right down the field.
And they're going to throw it on a wheel route. It's caught for a first down to the 30-yard line. So a little bit of a gamble. The reception by Trevor Stevens, the sophomore, on 4th down. The Aggies move the chains, and there is a WKU player down on the sideline.
Yeah, what a great, good read out there by Pavia, seeing that WKU, the defense had collapsed, and there was one-on-one outside the perimeter. No one was covering the tight end.
Trying to get a number here on the far sideline, but don't want to give it yet. But nonetheless, being tended to at least now up in a sitting position, which is good. But the Aggies, once again on a drive, trying to grab the lead for the first time this afternoon. It's 14-10 WK. Kelby Williams was the injured Hilltopper. He has gone into the tent. He did get up and walk off on his own. 1st and 10 for New Mexico State from the WKU 30-yard line. Toppers leading 14-10. Clock running, 8:20 left in the opening half from Bowling Green. Pavia, plenty of time, dumps it underneath, pass caught, 25, penalty flag down, still on his feet, rambling down to the 18-yard line. Enough for a first down, Jamani Jones, but let's wait and see what that flag is.
Yeah, that play right there, you have all goals on the outside, and then you put the running back on a choice route, one-on-one with a linebacker. That is no matchup. That's a bad matchup.
Jones 6'2", 225. Flag was thrown in from the back judge. It's a defensive hold on WKU. They're going to wave that off. They'll take the result of the play as a first down in the red zone at the 18.
Yeah, and I like that, but Pavia had made a check down with his running back and not look downfield first. But if it wasn't there, the running back was available to make a play.
Aggies break the huddle quickly. They'll go 5 wide again. It's been empty backfield the majority of the day. Offensive line has done a very good job protecting Pavia so far.
Yeah, so far Pavia hasn't ran that quarterback draw yet, but it's something that he's checking with me, looking at he's normally do in this type of situation. 1st
and 10 for the Aggies in the red zone at the 18. Man in motion right to left, and there Pavia keeps it right on cue. He'll push it inside the 15, close to the 13-yard line. So Pavia with the gain as Deontay McCray was there to make the tackle. Redshirt freshman out of Jacksonville.
Yeah, so Pavia is taking his time, looking at the outside DN. If the DN crashes, he will keep the football. If he stays outside, right, he gives it to the running back.
Gain of about 4 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 6 inside the 15-yard line. Pavia flanked by running backs in the shotgun. Will hand off to the tailback, finds room over the left side, pushes it down to the 5-yard line. Good strong run. That is McKylan Young, a redshirt freshman, 5'10", 195.
Yeah, McKylan Young, that was just really, that play, it was just regular power. Great job by the guards on the outside, pulling between that A and on that B gap between the guard and the tackle.
1st and goal for the Aggies just inside the 5. Well, here's where Pavia is very dangerous. His ability to run the ball as well, just another weapon for a defense to be concerned with.
Or he tried to get that ball up in there with a fade.
And there it is to the far sideline. One-handed attempt at the reception. Did he make it? Yes, he did. Oh, what a catch for a touchdown. A one-handed grab in traffic by Trent Hudson. The junior went up and came down with it, got the foot down, and New Mexico State grabs its first lead of the day.
Oh my goodness, on the outside, you know, that's the ESPN highlight. One hand, he went up for a slam dunk, looked like Michael Jordan going up for the ball. You know what we call that? You got moss.
And he got both feet in bounds. Very nice job. Extra point is up by Albertson, and it's good. So 17 unanswered for New Mexico State. The Aggies were down 14-0 in the first quarter. WKU scored on its first 2 possessions. Since then, all Aggies. It's 17-14, New Mexico. World-class reception for a touchdown to give New Mexico State its first lead of the day.
Yes, he went up there. He must have played basketball. 6'3", 190, went at his high point, one-hand catch. Hey, mama, there goes that man.
Well, you know, receivers work on that too. They like that play. They work on that trying to come down with one hand, trying to come down in traffic. He did an outstanding job. Short kickoff fielded by Messer at the 10, upended at the 25. Well, WKU scored on their first 2 possessions, had a quick strike, 72-yard touchdown pass to get in front, led 14-0, but since then, the Aggies defense has shut down this Hilltopper offense.
Yeah, the Aggies defense is doing a great job. The main thing is up front. The 3 defensive linemen, if they can get penetration with just 3 defensive linemen, you can drop the rest of them. You can drop 6 or 7 in the backfield. So it makes a huge difference for the offense to do anything, because you have to be able to run if there's only 3 men rushing. So WKU got to come up with something on this drive.
You look at that front 3 right now, Webb, Wilson, and Peterson up front. Messer out left, gets across the 35. I believe forward progress will be enough for a first down. He is a freshman, 5'9", 195 out of Louisville. And I believe you're going to see a little tempo change right now.
Yeah, you got to go to the Little Reed Corvette. Get that ball out quick.
Little read option handoff right up the gut, pushing across the 40 to about the 41. Nice push, 5 yards on first down. That was Marquise Stepp, the senior.
Still impressive with this defensive line at the Aggies. They get a lot of push. I mean, they got a lot of beef up front, and they rotate them out a lot. And that's the key to any game. If you can get penetration with 3 guys holding up 2 gaps, that can make a difference for everybody on the football field.
And rotating guys on that front. Nikhil Webb-Walker in there right now defensively. Reed passes on the hook route, complete midfield. Ball was stripped away. It's still loose on the ground, and I believe WKU got it back. Boy, they picked his pocket as he came across midfield, but fortunately, Corley was able to find it and get back on it.
What a great play by Malachi Corley. He's definitely a prophet on that catch, because he's living right on that one, because there's no way you're going to get that ball after fumbling like that. But he's got to secure it and hold that football tight.
It took the favorable bounce right back to him. First down in Aggie territory at the 47. Corley goes in motion behind the formation. Reed looking to pass, steps up, now dumps it incomplete. was looking in traffic there for Dalvin Smith. Looked a bit indecisive on that pass, didn't have a lot on it.
Yeah, he did not step up to make that play, but the play before that, we going back to that fumble, Malachi got to make sure he secure that, but you know he was definitely lucky to even keep that.
Absolutely, and the frustration, you could see at New Mexico State, there were 4 players around it, they couldn't come up with it. 2nd and 10. Handoff on the delay. Young spins and stopped at about the 41, maybe the 40-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and about 3.
I'll tell you one thing, though. New Mexico State, that defense has a lot of pop. Every time you make a yard or 2 or whatever, at the end of the play, they bring in 5. They gang tackling. That means that everybody on the ball.
You know, their defense has held opponents to 15 points a game over the last 7 games. We're kind of seeing why so far here in this first half.
I definitely can see why.
3rd and 3 for the Hilltoppers. Ball will need to get to the 37 for a first down.
Yeah, you can go ahead and run here.
And they will. And I believe they're going to be shy of the first down. They handed it to Irvin Poindexter, and he's going to come up shy, and now a decision for Tyson Helton.
Yeah, I can make that decision already. We're in the booth. We can just go ahead and say, because if you're going to run the ball on 3rd down, it was definitely a 2-down call.
I would agree. And no hesitation. They'll go for it on 4th and a yard. Yeah, field goal here would be about 55, 56 yards. 4th and 1. Corley in motion. Now sets up. Reed's going to keep it, and he'll push forward and have the first down to the 35. Reed running behind Horton and Dorsey on the right side of that offensive line for the Hilltoppers and got it easily.
Yeah, Dorsey pulled that whole side. That's very aggressive on that, and Reed just fell behind him on that. It fell for 2 or 3 yards.
We didn't see the tush push.
No.
That is the most popular phrase now in football.
Exactly.
1st and 10 from the 35. Little toss to Corley. That's technically a pass completed inside the 30. Corley's going to move close to a first down to the 26. Even though it was just a touch that went about 3 feet, it was forward. Technically, that is a completed pass.
Yeah, they put Malachi Corley in different positions. Now he's playing a running back in space. He can make things happen. We talked about earlier that lower half, and he just keeps churning those legs. That's the difference between a good running back, a good receiver making yardage after catches, whoever starts their feet the fastest.
First team Conference USA last season. Came into this game with 53 receptions, over 650 yards. 2nd and less than a yard. Reed with a handoff. Steps going to get the first down, I believe, and that's about all, as he was hit at the 25, driven back close to the 35. Again, stout contact up front defensively, but enough for the first down.
Yeah, he stepped in the right direction. Very aggressive, but that defense is coming. They are dropping their hats and bringing the fire. We call the heat. Now, this is the opportunity where you get the ball up in the air, one-on-one.
And there he goes, looking to the end zone or short of the end zone. They battle for the football, and it is broken up and incomplete. Well, they had a shot at it. It was a little bit underthrown, and the Western Kentucky receiver is still down.
Yeah, that looked like Helms, the tight end, is down. Yeah, because he had him. If Reed gets that ball up higher, just a little higher, because you got a big receiver that tall, 6'5", 6'6", he can make that play at the highest point, but he threw it underneath him, just a little short.
Well, the defender was standing there basically in place. He was waiting for it to come. If it was thrown longer,
yes,
it would have been completed.
Yeah, make it a high jump, because I think Helms in high school was a high jumper. So get that ball up high so he can climb the ladder, get up high as he can.
Sophomore, 6'4", in a sitting position right now.
So I stand correct, he's 6'4", not 6'7".
Yes.
I got too excited.
He plays like he's 6'7". And good to see him come to his feet. Boy, at that time of year, Terry, in November, everybody's playing banged up. You know, everybody's kind of hurt. He just came down awkwardly right there in that contact, and I would assume he'll visit the medical tent and go through an evaluation there.
Good thing you said that. There's a difference between being hurt and being injured.
Right.
You can play hurt, but if you're injured, you can't play.
Yeah, most of the guys are playing hurt at this time of year.
Absolutely.
2nd and 10 for the Hilltoppers. Handoff Young, running left. Lowers the shoulder inside the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Yeah, Young made something happen because there was nothing there, really. What a great cut inside and making move and making a couple of people miss. He's very electric when he's in space.
Webb with the tackle there brings up 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, this is another 2-down territory. He won't be afraid to run the football here because you can throw the football again. You got another down.
Aggies leading 17-14. Hilltoppers in the red zone. 3rd and 4. Reed passes, it's caught. It will be a 1st down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line on the reception by Craig Burt, the senior, his first catch of the day.
Making a catch. We call that catching with his hand. That's for certain, Burt. Catching hands and making up the field, getting that 1st down. That's the key, is catch the ball to get upfield.
Knew where he had to get past the chains and did so. 1st down just inside the 15. 33 seconds left in the half. Handoff to Stepp, running right, dragged down at the 11. I would assume a timeout is coming. And there it is, taken by the Hilltoppers. 27 seconds left in the half. Nice answer for the Hilltoppers. The Aggies had a 5-minute scoring drive to take the lead. WKU responds, and now they're trying to run down and score right at the end of this 1st half.
Yeah, I mean, this is really important for WKU and also for the Aggies. It's the defense against this offense. If they score, it's a whole different game going into halftime, and that's a whole different conversation that you have to talk about. But this game is all what it cracked up to be, and it's turned out to be an explosive game.
Well, you know, November has been a good month for WKU under Tyson Helton. 13-3 are the Hilltoppers in the month of November, and in conference games 12-2. So they've had a lot of success late in the season, on their way to 4 consecutive bowl games, trying to make it 5. Would become bowl eligible to win today. Reed going to send it to the end zone.
That's
broken up and incomplete, and there's no flag. Well, you wonder, the defender didn't really turn and look for the football, but there was no flag on the play on the coverage by Andre Selden.
Yeah, Andre Selden. I mean, I'm surprised on that there was no penalty called. He never really looked around for the football. He blocked the tight end away on that one, but if no call, no foul.
Transfer out of the University of Michigan. 23 seconds left in the half. 3rd down and 7. WKU still has 2 timeouts remaining.
And they go
Corley in motion.
The triple stack.
Pass on the cross complete. And tackled near the 5-yard line. An immediate timeout taken by WKU with 15 seconds left. Davian Irvin Poindexter with the catch. So now the Hilltoppers with 1 timeout left. So they've got time to take 1 shot at the end zone, or on 4th and a yard, do you just kick the field goal to tie the game?
Yeah, I mean, in this situation, Reed was on Poindexter on that shallow cross when he comes underneath. Yeah, you got enough time, 15 seconds, you got a couple of shots to get to the end zone, but you got to get this 1 yard first before you do anything.
Yeah, it's 4th and 1, so now the first decision is, do you go for it on 4th down, or do you opt to go ahead and kick the field goal and tie the game? And it looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Yes, I mean, definitely Coach Helton is more of a gambler on that. He's trying to score because he knows the Aggies with probably the ball in their hand. This is all about possessions, whoever scores the most in this game.
Well, you got a big quarterback, 6'2", 220 in Reed. 4th and a yard. He's going to keep it, run left, runs into traffic, pushes forward. I believe he's got the 1st down to the 4-yard line. They'll stop the clock, reset the down marker with 10 seconds left. You've got time to spike it, or you can take a timeout.
Yeah, I think he's already have that timeout set up over here. I don't know if Coach Helton wants to take that chance. The smart coach would get that ahead of time. You don't need it. What you want to go into halftime with it for?
So 10 seconds left in the half. first down and goal. So the top, you got time to take a shot in the end zone, but you cannot be tackled in the field of play. No timeouts remaining, I don't believe. No, actually, they've called timeout. They're going to measure this. I thought he clearly had the first down.
Oh, yeah, we thought so too, but that actually works in WKU favor because now they have time to go over plays and what happened.
Yeah, that was a lot closer than I thought. He got it by about half the football.
I mean, you know how we say a nose, that's more of the hair in your nose.
Oh, man.
That was that close.
Yeah, they wondered when the knee was down. You could see the knee down at about the 5, but the football, it's where the football is, and the position was close to the 4. 10 seconds left. Now, the question is here, I would assume the clock would start when the referee puts the ball in play.
Yes, but I think the Aggies called the timeout ahead of time because I don't think they were set up. WKU is in this bunch crunch to the right.
So New Mexico State takes the timeout. So Jerry Kill and his staff want to make sure that they're all on the right page. Defensive coordinators Nate Dreiling and Melvin Rice going to try to coach up their defense and see if they can make a stand, and I'm sure they're just hoping to force the Hilltoppers to settle for a field goal attempt.
Yeah, I mean, great call by them because they were out of position. There was 3 receivers on one side, what they call a bunch crunch. What happens, it forms an automatic pick, and they didn't have the linebackers and cornerbacks set up correctly. So you have to bring in extra defensive backs to cover that. So they did that. They made that substitution.
This can be difficult for an offense because that back line in the end zone almost acts as another defender. You don't have as much room to work with.
Absolutely. You got to go across the other way.
Reed's going to fire back of the end zone. Oh, what a catch for a touchdown. Another one-handed grab in the back of the end zone. The reception by Craig Burt. We have seen some stellar receiving today.
Oh, my goodness.
Snagged that out of the air with one hand and brought it down securely for the touchdown. His first touchdown reception of the season.
Yes, Burton said, if you guys can do it, we can do it too.
Carnero on for the extra point, and it's up and good. And so Burt, the senior, homecoming, first touchdown of the year, good memory for him, and more importantly for his team, the lead as we get set to go into halftime.
Yeah, that's for certain. Burton, he went up to the highest point like Daryl Dawkins. He almost shattered the backboard on that play, going at this highest point. One hand, I don't know if it's the stick him on the gloves or whatever, but that ball did not move in the air. He caught it. We got 2 highlight ESPNs tonight.
Absolutely.
What we call da-na-na.
Got one for each team right now. One answered the other, and Western Kentucky with a chance to go to the locker room with the lead if they can execute this kickoff with 6 seconds left.
And then Randy Moss must be watching this game because you got Moss twice today. That was some big plays tonight so far.
21-17, WKU with the lead. 6 seconds left in the half. This is usually, unless you're confident that your kicker can just airmail this through the end zone, it's usually just squibbed along the field.
Absolutely, I agree with you too. Are kicking deep in the end zone. Swib. Oh,
and he kicked it. It bounded off the Aggies. It bounces backwards, and they scramble for it. It's still loose. Still loose. It's finally picked up by the Aggies at the 7-yard line. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow.
He kicked a line drive. It bounded off the Aggies defender, came straight back, and then the scramble was on.
Oh, wow. That was so close. But sometimes you just got to get on that football, but I don't think there was any timeouts left on that. A few were. That was really interesting.
See, I think Jerry Kill is campaigning. I think he wants 1 second put back on the clock. He wants 1 second put back on the clock because if they get it, they'll get one play inside the 10.
Yeah, it looks like they're going inside. I think there's.
Well, if I'm Western, I'm leaving the field.
Yeah, I'm leaving that field too. Hey, coach, better interview halftime real quick because we don't want to have anything to do with that.
Well, they had the conversation, but There will be no time put back on the clock. I'm sure it was analyzed upstairs. What an amazing play. And almost, if that ball had gone 7 or 8 yards farther, it would have been a tremendous score to end the. And the kickoff is going to go through the end zone. So the Aggies will start from the 25. So Pavia will lead his troops out there. He came through New Mexico Military Institute and found his way to New Mexico State. Has had an outstanding season, over 2,000 yards passing, 700 yards rushing. Let's see what he dials up here on the first possession of the third quarter.
Yeah, because remember the first possession, he got the ball deep. I mean, try to get play action and try to lull WKU to sleep. But it's going to see what's going to happen. They're in a man-to-man coverage. It's going to be interesting to see what he come out and do the first play.
2 tight ends, wide outs to each side, pistol formation on 1st and 10 from the 25. Now they shift to a shotgun. Man in motion left to right. Keeper by Pavia, and he's drilled after a gain of a yard or so. Good penetration and defensive coverage there in the middle for WKU.
Yeah, that was a quarterback draw. I mean, that was a quarterback design run on that. They thought they could beat WKU in a situation when you got man-to-man. There's no one calling the quarterback. So if you bring in a blitz, there was gaps open. They thought they could exploit that, but great job with pursuing the football.
You see the big men up there, Wheeler and Davis in the middle of that defensive line for the Hilltoppers. 2nd down, and let's call it 9. 3 wide to the left. Blitz coming. On the quick slant, pass is caught. Bellamy has his jersey ripped as he's brought to the ground after the first down to about the 47-yard line. Weber got a handful of the jersey.
Yeah, great job of Pavia throwing it right on his hands. When you beat a man inside coverage, there's nobody inside of his man-to-man coverage. The worst thing that you can get beat is inside when it's man-to-man.
Bellamy landed a little harshly on the turf, and he's off trying to catch his breath. First down for the Aggies from the 47. Shotgun with a triangle around him in the backfield. Kind of that, almost that triple option look. Play action. Long pass to the sideline. Could not come down with that one-handed catch that time for Hudson. Well, that's a long throw for a quarterback from this hash to the other sideline.
Very long. I mean, it's about a 10-yard pass, but he threw it 40 yards across the field. So far, he tried to make another one-hand catch, but when you got to go up to the ball, you got to go up with the ball with 2 hands. Playing receiver, it's important that you use 2 hands. One hand kind of fail you. It's better off using 2 if you have the opportunity to do so.
2nd down and 10. Pistol formation this time. 3 wide to the left. Now they'll shift to that shotgun once again. Run blitz coming. Boy, Pavia got drilled as he handed the football off to Thomas, who pushes it to the 45. He'll be a couple of yards shy of the first down. Tackle made by Guidry, but Pavia took a shot after he handed that football off.
Yeah, Pavia, what a great decision. When you got that and give it to the running back, if he would have kept the football, he would have been hit. Great emphasis on the line of scrimmage to make that adjustment.
3rd and a long 2. Out of the Wildcat, good defense by WKU. They're going to drop him for a loss of a yard. They snapped it to Stowers, who was in to take it in the Wildcat formation, and he was dropped for a loss.
Yeah, Baker, the playmaker on the outside, coming up there with force. If he doesn't allow contain, what he did, what really stops any run is what, Joe? Penetration. When you get penetration up the line of scrimmage, there's nothing they can do.
And with that loss, Jerry Kill opts to go ahead and punt the football away. So Zach Haynes in, standing near his 40-yard line. Drops the nose of the football, kicks it spiraling inside the 10. Is going to bounce at the 5 and take a wonderful bounce for the Aggies and be down to the 3. That was outstanding, perfectly executed. That's why they dropped that nose of the football, to try to get it to bounce like that instead of kick and roll.
Absolutely. It looked like a 9-iron spin on that turf.
Maybe yours. 21-17 from Bowling Green. Got the job done, forced the punt, but now the offense for the Toppers will have to take over deep in their own territory, starting from their own 3-yard line. Reed with play action, has a man out of the backfield wide open. 20, 25, leaps up and dropped at the 30. He tried to vault over the defender. Got about 4 yards on the vault on the carry by Stepp, and they get some operating room and a gain of 27.
Well, yeah, what a great call on that. You call it shallow cross by the running back. Stepp took a high step up in the air to get the extra 2 yards. High stepping.
That was set up for you, wasn't it? First down from the 30. Corley in motion, now reverses. They fake the toss to him, hand to Stepp again. This time the defense stout, maybe a couple of yards, maybe forward progress. Actually a hard run to the 33 for Stepp, who's run the ball very well so far today.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see what as we look at the stats. And I wonder if he's wearing a Fitbit. We got to figure how many steps he's going to run this game. It's interesting to see that, but I like how the Aggies are still playing up front. They are doing a great job and they're physical, but now the different trickeration with WKU is doing the shifting and everything is making a huge difference.
2nd and 7, there's the toss sweep. Spin by Corley, planted at the 35-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down. Isaiah Reed, the senior nose guard, out, and he's a local product. He actually transferred from Murray State. He's from Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Brings up 3rd and 5.
In Elizabethtown, Kentucky, how did he get away from WKU? You know what I mean? So it's weird with that recruiting thing. You always want to keep everybody in state as much as possible.
Well, he started in state. He went to Murray, then decided to head west. 3rd and 5. Reed in the gun. Gives on the delay. Young's going to be shy of the first down by about a yard, and I would assume that will force WKU to punt the ball away in their own territory.
Yeah, I mean, in this situation, I know Coach is a gambler, but I wouldn't go for it right now. It's too early in the game. You're moving the ball. Don't take that out. Don't take that chance.
Well, the first down was important. It got him out of the shadow of the goal line, so field position certainly improves with the punt here. Brady back to receive the punt.
Yeah, if you had that Australian rules football, they can run and almost see if there's an opportunity to get the first down.
Corey Munson handling the punting duties today, and this is a low wobbler, takes a big high bounce and a dangerous play to field that at the 20-yard line. Brady fielded on one hop in traffic, and that's where the Aggies will start first down from their own 20-yard line. 9:39 left in the 3rd quarter. WKU 21, New Mexico State 17. Talk about the WKU defense. The Aggies coming in 7th in the nation, averaging 15 yards per completion, but they've been held in check throwing the football so far today.
Yeah, you know they're going to try to have a big play. Majority of the time he's been trying to get that ball up in the air.
Handoff on the jet sweep to Hudson. Across the 25, out of bounds at the 30. Run out of bounds there by Weber. But with the spot, it will be enough for the first down, 10 yards on the game. Both teams have had a lot of motion, have done a lot of that lateral movement, trying to create an opening.
Yeah, Hudson is one of their dynamic players, so they try to get the ball in his hands as much as possible.
Made a great catch for a touchdown in the first half. First down for the Aggies from the 30. Pavia in the shotgun. Stowers in motion. Swing pass. Stowers tried to throw a block. Maybe got a little bit of one. Finally, the receiver knocked out of bounds at the 36. That's Brady. Gain of 6. They sent Stowers out there in motion. He was trying to seal that corner. It just got in the way enough to be able to be an obstacle.
Yes, and then that pass to Pavia to Brady. Man, he got some speed on the outside. They try to get him on a perimeter. He turns into a running back. I know he's a 4. We used to use a running 40, how you can tell if somebody's fast or not. You see him, we got to get a running 40 on him, Joe. We can figure out how fast he runs.
Yeah, Brady's approaching 500 yards receiving on the season. Second down and a long 4, just shy of the 36. He had Brady in motion. This time they'll hand off to Thomas. He is stood up for a gain of about a yard. They'll blow the whistle as forward progress was stopped. First contact on the play by Kendrick Simpkins, the strong safety, and that brings up 3rd and 3.
Simpkins there, he wanted to make sure he filled that gap immediately. Outside the tackle, he came up there very strong because the safeties are not really that. Usually we call those safety skinnies, but that time he wasn't skinny on that play. He was very stout.
You know, he actually leads WKU in sacks. He's got 5 sacks on the year. They haven't brought much of a blitz so far tonight. 3rd and 3 for New Mexico State.
And here they come.
And there's the blitz. Pavia rolls, now looks back left, throws again, finds a man, and he'll have enough for the first down. I believe that's Hudson to about the 46-yard line.
Yeah, Hudson, that was just ad-libbing on that. Pavia, I mean, just backyard ball, you know what I mean, waiting for the opportunity, running in space. He was giving him enough time. Pavia used his feet to get Hudson open on that play.
He looked left, then he looked right, then he came back to the left and found Hudson for the first down.
Yeah, normally that don't usually work, but that much time, you can't cover anybody on that. You can't even draw a play up.
Aggies will go 2 wide to each side on 1st and 10 from the 45. Inside 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Penalty flag down. Pavia throws to the sideline, incomplete. Was looking for Brady. The flag is at the line of scrimmage, and I believe it's going to be WKU offsides.
Looks like it's offsides, yes.
Haven't been a lot of penalties in this game, and I almost regret saying that because that usually changes everything. That, in fact, I believe is the first penalty on WKU today.
Yeah, and then 1st down and 5 with the receivers. I mean, most of the time quarterbacks have to take a shot because you can burn it down on this play.
Aggies will go 5 wide, empty backfield for Pavia.
Or if WKU get complacent, you'll have that draw because you got 5 receivers out there, and Pavia will just run the football.
And he will keep it around the left end and just gets down after a short gain. Good pursuit by Johnson to make the contact. Boy, I thought for a moment that the defensive line for WKU was offsides again. They were very close.
Yes, I mean, they're playing it really, really close, though. I mean, defense, you should never jump off sides because you see the ball move. I mean, I don't get that. Even on the offensive side, the receivers should never move because they see it. But great pursuit by WKU on the outside.
Nico Cooper was chasing that one down from the near side, trying to run it down on the other side of the field. 2nd down and 4. Jet sweep handoff. Looking for room and hammered out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. That'll bring up a first down for the Aggies on the carry. That was Monty Watkins, the sophomore transfer from TCU, with the carry.
Yeah, I mean, he got great speed, but that whole key was that the receivers blocking on the perimeter. They made a really big difference on that play. But looked like he came out a little limpy after that play.
Yeah, he's on the sideline and being tended to there in some pain. He's taking the helmet off now on the sideline. Handoff and breaking a tackle down the sideline and staying in bounds. Thomas all the way down to the 10. Boy, he tight-roped the near sideline, somehow managed to stay in bounds and pushed it all the way to the 10-yard line.
So, yeah, great physicalness at the line of scrimmage and using that stiff arm and tiptoeing down the line and making things happen. He almost scored. If he had that burst, he would have been in the end zone.
Brackenridge saved the touchdown for the Hilltoppers. 1st and goal for the Aggies. 4:50 left in the 3rd quarter. Trailing 21-17, but knocking on the door, and they'll line up in a fullback I formation here. Strong formation, play action fake. Pavia got to get rid of it. Sends one to the end zone, just threw it away. Rush was coming, and he wisely just threw that ball away.
Yeah, Pavia got great feet to get out of that situation. I mean, scrambling enough just to get the ball out.
I think Pavia wants him to go a little quicker. He was looking at the sideline saying, give me the play, let's go. And they finally send it in.
And you got these tight ends on the outside.
Thomas will go up the middle, and he'll be stuffed at about the 7. That brings up 3rd down and goal. Benjamin leading the defensive charge for the Hilltoppers.
And it always get really tight down here. It's hard to, any type of passing concept is very difficult because there's not a lot of room in the end zone because you can pack the defense down low on this one.
Be interesting to see what the decision is if they don't convert on third down, trailing by 4. Inside 4 minutes left, third quarter.
So I know they're going to have some type of crossing routes to get that ball in the end zone.
Blitz is coming. Pavia has time, fires, caught, touchdown. Stowers with the catch for the touchdown, and the Aggies are back in front.
Yeah, that's the Stower hour. What a great play coming inside. We don't even call that the pick, but he came inside the outside receiver and ran like a slot route. And what happens when you do that, it was an automatic natural pick.
Baker was a little slow to get up for WKU in the backfield as he was pursuing the quarterback. The touchdown pass by Pavia puts New Mexico State in front. Albertson on to tack on the extra point, which he does. And this seesaw game has seesawed again.
Yes.
3:41 left in the third quarter, and New Mexico State has seized the lead. It's 24-21 Aggies over WKU. And the Aggies will kick the ball away. This is returnable. Fielded at the 7. Boy, just lowering the shoulder, going forward, penalty flag down. Here comes another one from about 40 yards away. Messer he's going north and south. He wasn't going to try to wiggle.
And going full speed, but most time that's going to be a holding penalty, a block in the back against the tops.
The back judge was about 40 yards from where that play ended, and he heaved the flag as far as he could.
Holding. Kicking team number 12. Penalty 10 yards from the end of the run, first down.
So the Toppers will start backed up inside the 20 with the first down. They'll put it down at the 15. Second penalty of the day on the Hilltoppers. So let's see what Reed can do. Preseason Conference Player of the Year offensively. Leads the conference in passing yards per game, averaging 266 per game. They'll give to Elijah Young, who will push it close to the 20-yard line. So a gain of 4 on first down.
Yeah, Elijah Young on that play was very patient on the run. I mean, if you can get 4 yards of crack, you win it. But that's the key when you run in power, is just make sure it happens. Let your guards pull before you make anything happen.
Sone Opiu with the tackle. Reed to throw, plenty of time, fires to Young, who gets upended. Boy, he had a lot more room to run, but a nice tackle by the shoestrings by Elliott, the middle linebacker, who got out there to make the stop.
Yeah, Elliott made a great play in space because Young had nothing but green grass in front of him. Great job. He barely got a hold of him. If Young gets his foot up, he knew he was looking like, man, if I would have got my feet going, I think I would have beat him. 3rd
and 3 for the Hilltoppers. Clock running, 2:35 left in the third. WKU bunches 3 receivers left. Now they'll send Corley in motion. He'll send back to the left. Reed drops, fires underneath. First down to Young. Young spins to the 30. And that'll move the chains.
Yeah, I like what Young is doing. He started off young, but he's starting to turn into adult tonight because he is making plays happen in space and getting yardage after the first contact.
And WKU ready to go. They'll hand it to Young again. This time nowhere to go as he is ground for no gain on the play as Webb Walker with the tackle stopped him maybe for a loss of a half a yard.
Yeah, Webb Walker came up and made plays, but the Aggies are doing a great job with substituting, keeping their players fresh, because WKU is with that quick strike offense. You want to make sure you keep your guys fresh the entire game, especially in the fourth quarter when you start coming closer to the fourth quarter.
2nd and about 11. Reed looked right, now dumps it underneath, too tall, incomplete, penalty flag down in the secondary. I wonder if that's going to be a defensive hold.
Yeah, it's got to be something on that because In the second, I think they was holding Malachi Corley.
Yeah, I think it was Torrey Union who's going to be called.
Defense number 15.
Yep.
10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Plays the nickel in this package, and he was called for the hold. And that'll give the Toppers a first down.
Yes, I mean, if you look at this percentages, when they're both teams in this situation after a big penalty, they try to go for it like the killer shot. They feel like there's blood in the water. They got that shark mentality on both sides. Reed and Pavia knows how to get his team in great situations.
First down just across the 40. Corley in motion. Now sets up in the slot right. Reed on the toss. Around the right end, Smith hit hard, still on his feet. Still going, finally out of bounds at the 35. Boy, Smith just lowered his shoulder and kept on going, the junior from Glasgow with the carry.
Yeah, I mean, great. Again, I mean, in space, here we go. Trickeration, triple reverse on the round on the end. Smith got it going, took a hit, kept his feet moving, didn't want to be denied. He said, you know what, if Corley can do it, I can make things happen too in space.
Miles Rouser delivered the blow but didn't wrap up, and as a result, Smith was able to continue on down to the 35. Final minute of the third quarter. Hilltoppers trailing by 3 but driving. Reed with the blitz coming, fires, caught, Corley out of bounds inside the 30. Corley had a quiet first quarter, has been very active since then.
Yeah, and I'm noticing that both teams are starting to make those adjustments. Have you noticed that Reed has been able to like sprint half rollout to get away from traffic? He goes opposite of where the strength is for the Aggies defense. So the Aggies got to be able to adjust to what they're doing too.
Corley now 5 catches, 63 yards. Second down and 4. Corley will set up on the right side. Give to Young. He'll try the right side. He'll leap, and oh, he got absolutely hammered at the 21. And there's a penalty flag, and that may be a little bit of taunting afterwards.
Yes, the big, I mean, Young can get in the air, a long jumper in high school, but sometimes it's important that you stay on the ground, because when you're in the air like this, what a great run at the end, but when you get in the air, it's all fair game. But it was definitely a shot that he led with his shoulders to the face mask.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 13. Penalties at the distance to the goal.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, I believe, is called on Miles Rouser, who put on the hit. And what will be the final play of the third quarter is going to walk the ball down inside the 11-yard line. So once again, Western trying to answer with a long offensive drive of their own and put themselves back in front. We go to the fourth, 24-21 from Bowling Green. We head to the fourth quarter in Bowling Green, 24-21. New Mexico State with the lead. I believe they are reviewing the final play of the third quarter to see whether or not there was targeting involved on this hit by Rouser.
Yeah, but the only thing is when Young leaves his feet in the air, he's vulnerable. I mean, there's no protection in space like that, so that's close.
Yeah, it's close, and he did. Here we go. You know, they called it targeting. Boy, and Jerry Kill is livid on the New Mexico State sideline.
Yeah, but I can understand, Joe, because if you what you're supposed to do if he's in the air, he's got to come down, and that is not a malicious hit. I mean, because you don't know if the guy's going to take off and jump in the air. It's hard to do that.
I don't agree with that one. I mean, I get because he hit him with the crown of the helmet. I understand that, and he did launch. He did come off the ground to make the tackle, but it's awfully hard to play defensive back in this game anymore.
It's really hard, especially when you're in the air. What goes up must come down. Right. So how would you know where to target or where to hit him at or where to go? So that's the difficult. Put him in a vicarious position there.
So Rousey coming off the field as he comes out of the contest, and with the penalty, there was already an unsportsmanlike conduct that had moved it to the 10. Now the targeting moves it half the distance to the goal, makes it 1st and goal for the Hilltoppers at the 5.
Yeah, and then you put your big, meaty personnel in, but you're gonna. I think again, you can get the ball, you can throw the ball right now, and they're going to do that.
Well, nothing by step on 1st down. He just runs into a crowd of humanity right there. Nowhere to go. 2nd and goal.
Yeah, they bought the big personnel. They call it giant when you bring extra linemen and the 2 tight ends in, and they're just going to just play bully ball where you think you just mount up and you're just stronger than the other team.
WKU 350 yards of offense. New Mexico State 281. Time of possession almost dead even. Each team with just over 22 minutes. In motion now, Reed fakes and looks to throw. Fires back of the end zone, too tall. Had a man open on the back line of the end zone. That was Dalvin Smith, but as good as his catch was with one hand, he was going to need a ladder to get up to that one.
Yeah, he had to have been 7'5" to go up and high and get that. Reed just needed to plant his foot and drive the ball back in the end zone because he was wide open. There was no one there.
So trailing by 3, 3rd and goal for the Hilltoppers from the 5. Reed communicating with everybody on the field. Irvin Poindexter is the tailback standing behind him in the pistol. Corley in motion. Reed to throw. Being flushed. Looks, pumps, fires, incomplete. Nobody home. Reed is furious. He is mad. I don't know if he's mad at himself or he's mad at the rest of his teammates, but he was frustrated coming off the field.
Yes, because, I mean, when he's scrambling like that, the receiver's got to get open. You don't just sit there waiting for him. You got to get somewhere in the back of the end zone, somewhere get a spot so he can throw you the football.
So Carnero, who is 8 for 9 in field goals on the season. This one just a little longer than an extra point. 23 yards officially. Good snap and set, and the kick is no good. Missed it wide.
Yeah, that's a big turn of events there. You have to make that kick. I mean, you missed that one, and if you tie the game up, points are going to be hard to come by today.
Boy, and you can see the jubilation on the New Mexico State sideline because they maintain the lead at the game. Instead, 1st down now for the Aggies, and a big hole running left, hard running out to the 30-yard line. That's McKylan Young, the redshirt freshman out of Midland, Texas, and a 1st down. And right now, Terry, you can kind of sense the Aggies have the momentum in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, they're bringing it, especially on the line of scrimmage. They're starting to dominate up front. But both running backs on WKU sides, their last name Young, I wonder if they're recruiting under the same family, Young and running backs. But they're both very young, and they're doing a great job tonight.
1st and 10 from the 30. Blitz coming. And Pavia's going to go long. Has a man, could not haul it in. Oh, right through the hands of Chris Bellamy, the senior, who had a step on the defender, but just could not secure it.
Oh, man, Simpkins, I mean, the safety dodged a bullet on that one, though. So he just short-armed it. He was wide open. We call it the go route. He was perfect, 4 yards from the sideline, but he got alligator arms. You got to stretch your arms and go get that ball at its highest point. Every time you do that, it will fail you.
The senior frustrated with himself that he couldn't finish, and of course Jerry Kill frustrated as well. 2nd and 10. 3-man defensive front for the Hilltoppers. Pavia has time. He's going to tuck it and run, looking for some place to go, and the way he's going to go is down at about the 32. He couldn't make up his mind, Terry, whether to slide or to get down, and as a result, he did neither one. And he was in the air when Benjamin was able to finish him off for the short gain. Yeah,
we call that play waggle right. You fake the ball to the left, to the running back, and then you try to sprint to the right-hand side. But the tackles did a great job. The defensive end, make sure you turn everything on the inside, and that's what you're supposed to do on that play to cause havoc.
3rd and 7 now for the Aggies. There's 12:50 left to play.
Yeah, they got to be careful. There's no one covering the inside receiver. But here we go, NCAA blitz. They're on the line of scrimmage. They're bringing everybody except the kitchen sink.
They do drop one linebacker. Rush is coming. Pass to the sideline, incomplete. Hudson contested very closely there defensively by Johnson. The ball was over his head and brings up 4th down.
Oh my goodness, Coach Summers dialed up we call it NCAA blitz. He almost got a hold to the quarterback because you bring everybody, every letter in the alphabet, NCAA, right? So you're bringing everybody you can bring in.
And it brings up a 4th down in a punting situation. Zach Haynes will stand back inside the 20. Hutchinson deep to receive. Angling toward the far side. It's going to bounce at about the 27 and take a WKU bounce actually and be down near the 32-yard line.
Wow, Joe, that backed up. You know, that's like your pitching wedge, right, on the golf course.
Oh, sure.
That 150 yards out.
Yeah, you go right ahead.
Spin on the green with a 10-yard foot putt.
You go right ahead and believe that. Well, now WKU will get the ball with 12:25 left. They marched downfield on their last drive, got it inside to the 5-yard line with a couple of penalties to aid them along, but then missed the chip shot field goal that would have tied the game.
Yeah, it's getting very interesting. The Aggies are going to a one-high safety now, so the pass is going to be there in a minute.
Handoff on 1st down and a very short gain close to the 35. Young with the carry. Young had a pretty busy day. Young, I believe that's his 13th carry of the day. Approaching 50 yards rushing. His big game was against UTEP. He had 139 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. 2nd down and 7. Toppers 3 wide to the right. Messer in motion toward the formation, now reverses away. Reed to throw. Being rushed. Going to dump that ball away to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, he was just trying to get rid of it in traffic. Threw it in the direction of his tight end, but came up just short.
Yeah, Reed almost made a mistake. Throwing that ball, scrambling. It's okay to scramble, but you should go ahead and run in this situation. You throw the ball without any sauce on it, without any juice on it, that could have been an interception to the house. You make that mistake.
Borland laid out there for it, but could not bring it in. And the Toppers, with a little bit of confusion personnel-wise, I think they finally got it straightened out.
Look like the Aggies are going to a man-to-man right now, and they like to bring pressure in these situations.
3rd and 7. Rush coming. Reed fires near side, incomplete. Too tall for Smith. And even though, you mentioned this earlier, Terry, they're not really blitzing a lot of people, but that down 3 is getting pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, you win games like that. If you're down 3 and down 4 can make a difference on 5 or 6 blocking, you can put everybody else in the secondary to cover your receivers.
And though they didn't get home with the sack, they put pressure on Reed and made him uncomfortable. And it brings up 4th down, and Munson handling the punting duties again. And this one is a low spiral fielded at the 35, and Brady goes down right there. But a nice job to field that and not let it bounce and give up more yardage. Now a little bit of a scuffle that they break up rather easily at the 40-yard line. 11:28 to play in Bowling Green. New Mexico State 24. Defense has made a couple of nice stands here late. And now 1st down for the Aggies from their own 35-yard line. And the handoff to the tailback and a big hole across the 45 and a 1st down. Jamani Jones, the junior, big body, 6'2", 225, running behind the right side where they've had a lot of success tonight.
Yes, they figure out at the 4th quarter, that's what the Aggies try to do. They play action you, but they really try to pound you with that big offensive line just to enforce their will on you. So at the end of the game, you almost give up if they continue to get after you. And physically, no, you don't want to take that hit again and again and again.
159 yards rushing for the Aggies tonight. They'll give it again to Jones into WKU territory to about the 48-yard line. And this is where, Terry, they would love a grounded out, time-consuming drive that results in points.
Yes, that's what they're trying to do. And if they can get 4 yards a crack, they try to pound you on that right side. They see something on there that they are taking advantage of. They're pulling their tackles, and they're pulling their guards and running power right down the field, man to man.
Well, this could certainly be significant for the Aggies because their starting center, Kanan Yarrow, is helped to his feet, but walking off very slowly. And you can see pretty much every college lineman now wears those huge knee braces on both knees, whether their knees are injured or not, just to protect them. And he comes off walking gingerly.
Yeah, Yarrow got caught by friendly fire. I mean, running back ran up the backside. You know, you got to get out the way, big fella. He was moving through there, but he kind of stumbled, and the running back ran up his back.
Tried to get up, then sat back down on the field and takes his time walking off the field. So that will cause a change in the middle of that offensive line for the Aggies. Handoff running left this time, and the carry inside the 45 to about the 43. Simpkins with the tackle, and that will bring up a third down situation, 3rd and 1 for New Mexico State.
Yeah, New Mexico State is going to the ground and pound. It's going to be interesting, Joe, if missing that field goal, how big of a difference that's going to make, because Aggies know that they're in a position to just to hold the football and control it. And then if you get too close to the line of scrimmage, you're right, they're going to try to throw the ball over the top of your head if those safeties get to 7 yards depth.
Cooper Sheehan is a redshirt freshman. He's handling the centering job. And the snap and the tackle and dropped. I don't believe he got there. Great pursuit by the WKU defense, getting back to make the tackle in the backfield. Baker was there with the first contact, and it's going to be 4th and 1. Jones with the carry, but he was hit in the backfield, nowhere to go.
Yeah, Baker's making things happen. Baker, the playmaker, shot through that A-gap between the center and the guard and making that play. What great instincts on a situation like that.
Interesting decision here. 9 minutes left on 4th and 1. The Aggies line up to go for it from the 43.
I don't know if I would do that here.
Pavia throws, has a man on a hook route, first down. It works to the 37-yard line. Well, that's a receiver just finding that little space underneath the secondary and making the catch for the first down.
Yeah, Jerry Keel is trying to go for the kill. He does not want to get WKU that offense the football back. So possessions matters to him. So you got to go for that in those situations if you're going to gamble.
Cordell David with the reception on 4th down, so that buys a new set of downs. An opportunity to run more clock. 8:23 left to play. On 1st down, handoff running left, breaking a tackle, 35-30 to the sideline and out of bounds on a very nice run by Jamani Jones. And now this offense for New Mexico State starting to assert its will on the Hilltoppers defense.
Yeah, Jamani Jones got to the outside, got his feet up, big fella, and a stiff arm.
They mark him out at the 20. And I believe a Western player is injured, kneeling back at about the 14-yard line. I think that's Kendrick Simpkins.
Yes, it looked like him.
So Simpkins, the strong safety, one of the leading members of this Hilltopper defense, is down at the 14. And again, a very physical offense, a very physical game, and it could begin to take its toll in the 4th quarter. Simpkins is up, walking off on his own, which is good to see, but they will miss him in the secondary. Aggies ready to go after the injury timeout. Simpkins walked off on his own. He'll have to sit out at least one play. Pistol formation, 1st down. WKU brings the run blitz and the handoff, and a positive gain again by Jamani Jones, who's really had an excellent drive here for the Aggies.
Yeah, Jamani Jones following his blockers, following the lead. The right side of that offensive line is really making a way right now, and they're asserting their will against the WKU defense right now, and I think they're going to continue to go on that side because it's been very effective the entire game.
Second down and a long 2 from the 12. In the gun, Pavia, hands off. They'll try the left side this time, and there's a late penalty flag thrown in the middle of that. Jones, I believe, was right near the first down marker, but let's see what that flag is. Usually holding.
Yes, exactly.
Boy, that's costly. Instead of a 2nd down and 2, now you're looking at a 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, not good in this situation. But right now, the Aggies have been really successful in the red zone. They're 3 for 3. But they make decisions like that, but you just cannot hold down here.
Yeah, there's the hold right there. I think they got Vaipulu. You know, that's one of those, you see the defender, he's trying to release and they don't let you go, and you can just see it being grabbed and held there. So 2nd down and 12.
You know his favorite target has been Trent Hudson, to see what happens.
3 receivers split left, 1 to the right. That's Hudson split to the right. And the keeper is going to get it inside the 20 to about the 18. Pavia made a quick decision to go ahead. That looked like a designed quarterback keep. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, Pavia is a really tough guy. I mean, he's a quarterback that plays running back. He is not afraid to run power and get in the mix of everything. Most of the time, you try to preserve your quarterback, but he is not scared of contact at all.
3rd down and about 7. Ball needs to get close to the 10-yard line for a 1st down.
Yeah, I think this right here is crucial. This could be the game because 3rd and 7, they score a touchdown that's different. 3 points, WKU is still in the game.
2 wide to each side. Blitz coming from the corner. Pass is caught underneath. Breaking a tackle is Brady inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal. Wow. That was a tremendous catch by Brady with contact right there. He fought through it and then got yards after the catch.
Yes, and you know what? You got to look at this whole thing. That was made by Pavia. Sitting in there, he had a safety blitz and stayed confident and looked down the field because he almost got hit. Brady making a catch, catching the ball with his hands, and everybody trying to strip it out. That could make a difference. If you look back at it, that field goal and that last play could be the big difference in this game tonight.
Yeah, Jacoby Williams came on the blitz and almost got home, but not quite in time. I formation, 1st and goal inside the 5. Handoff tailback, nothing. Shut down at the line of scrimmage and swarmed back of the 10-yard line. And you can see Thomas ran into a wall, and the WKU players, again, we mentioned that, well, the first guy makes contact, everybody else goes after the football, and as a result, Thomas lost a helmet.
Yeah, that seemed like the wolf pack. But what they're going to try to do is it seems like they're bringing another quarterback in. You talked about that guy, Story, right?
Yeah, Eli Stowers, who is a backup quarterback, but he plays wide receiver, he plays tight end, he plays safety. He's kind of like a Taysom Hill for New Orleans, you know. In that role, he does a little bit of everything. He's going to take the snap in the shotgun. He's going to keep it all the way, and he's going to push it down close to the 1. That was a designed quarterback keep the entire way.
Yes. So they must see something on the left side in there. It was just straight quarterback power. And they knew on the left-hand side, they just went mano-a-mano and wanted to physical you on that side.
You know, Stowers has only thrown 8 passes the entire year. He's 4 for 8 passing the football. And I would think you probably see the same play.
Yeah, you got to run. Now this time, just go on the right side.
3rd and goal. Now they're going to come right back to the left again. Hammered at the line of scrimmage, but backing his way into the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
Yeah, that drive, that last play, and they stuffed it in there. Just physical football, taking that drive that entire time. Running again, quarterback power. He got hit on the line of scrimmage but kept driving his feet.
Talik Allen made the contact short of the goal line, but as you said, just even though he was back, his back was turned, he just kept digging and churning and got it over the goal line, and now a 2-score advantage for the Aggies. Albertson on for the extra point, and it's up and good. Boy, you talked about the significance of a couple of plays. The short missed field goal by WKU, then the 4th down conversion to keep a drive alive, and now with 4:14 left, it's a 2-score game, 31-21, New Mexico State. And going into the end zone, this one is going to be, I believe, a fair catch, and Messer made the fair catch immediately, so they will start. And part of that, I believe, Terry Obi, is just to conserve whatever time you can instead of using up a few seconds just to push it back out to the 25.
Exactly. I mean, why take that chance? And the kick had pretty good hang time on it. And if you're already at the 25-yard line. You don't want to take the time off the clock. But what a great drive by Aggies to answer everything, and that could be the difference in this football game. Just asserted their will on it, went for it. Coach Jerry Keels just went for the being aggressive, and that can make a huge difference.
Reed with the pump fake, dumps it out to the far sideline, pass caught by Smith, who'll get out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. I think Reed wanted to go for the long ball there. He did the little hitch, but it was covered, so he just sent it to the safety valve at the 30.
Yeah, right now the Aggies are going to play deep. They got 2 safeties deep, and they playing all their corners about 8 yards back, and the linebackers. So they're going to keep everything in front. They're going to try to keep everything underneath.
Reed being chased out of the pocket, going to send it to the near side and underthrows it incomplete. Receiver was not ready for that ball. Elijah Young was out there, and he hadn't even turned around by the time the ball came.
Yeah, well, what makes a difference is when the Aggies know that you got to throw the football, they can pin their ears back, and they just rush the quarterback and put as much pressure on Reed as possible. So he's got to make quick decisions. He got to make them really quick.
Well, this is certainly 4-down territory with 3:49 left to play. 3rd down and 6. Long pass to the sideline is underthrown and incomplete. And there's the penalty flag. It's very late. Coverage there by Ackles. But again, I think it's one of those, Terry, I don't think he ever turned around for the football.
Yeah, that was bad, because if he turned around for the football, that wouldn't be pass interference, because the ball was thrown short. And Burton was trying to go up for the football, but I think he stopped him by not turning around.
Yeah, and I think Jerry Keel's out trying to say, you need to pick up that flag. And the officials are discussing it.
He's probably trying to say that wasn't catchable.
Mm-hmm. So now let's see what they have come up with. Referee Rodney Burnett.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Offside, defense number 99, penalties decline, pass interference, defense number 0, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
I did think I saw a man jump on the line of scrimmage. I didn't see the flag, but I'm not surprised by the offsides call, but they do come up with the pass interference on Ackles, and that will move the ball out to the 45. So 1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers, 3:44 left to play, trailing 31-21. Need to score in a hurry. Reed a little shuffle pass inside to midfield and getting out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. That's Davian Irvin Poindexter. Some call that the Utah pass.
Yes, I mean, great job by Reed there, recognizing that was man-to-man underneath, and it was one-on-one with the linebacker on Poindexter, and he just kind of gave him like a shuffle pass, like a quick shuffle underneath.
Gain of 7, 2nd down and 3. Clock running, 3:20 left. WKU can ill afford to lose a lot of time here. They need to score in a hurry. Clock is running, crowd's getting a little restless. 4-man rush. Reed fires, picked off. Picked off down the far sideline, 40, 30, 20, still on his feet. Gonna cut back and gonna take it to the house. That'll seal it for New Mexico State.
Wow, what a great play on that. Recognizing that the entire game, Reed gave that up. They went to cover 2. The cornerback sat there and just waited for that. They just watched game film and saw that it was no zip on the ball. No way you throw that across the field. Pick 6. Threw that ball inadvertently wide open down the sideline, and that's all she wrote.
Makai Miller with the interception, then the nifty run back, cuts it back and takes it all the way to seal the deal for the Aggies.
Yeah, that's all she wrote. The party's over.
Extra point by Albertson is up and good, and with 2:57 left, New Mexico State's lead is 17 at 38-21, and boy, he read that, had it picked easily, and the receiver, Corley, never had a chance.
Yeah, I mean, they disguised it real well. Looked like three high safety, like he was going to cover 3, and they rolled it to cover 2, so the outside corner was in the flat. What a great disguise. Saw that ball, broke on it, touchdown, Aggies.
So a disappointing homecoming finish now for the Hilltoppers, and they will have to wait at least another week to try to earn bowl eligibility.
Yeah, we talked about earlier, those 2 plays in the game changed the momentum and the game shifted over to the Aggies. Once you make that, you miss the field goal and they go for it for 4th down, Jerry Kills making that decision changed the whole dynamics of this football game.
You could just feel the wind come out of the sails of the Hilltoppers after that short missed field goal. It was about 23 yards and missed to the right that would have tied the game. And after that, it's been all New Mexico State. This time Messer's going to give it a try. And he'll be knocked down at the 29. Boy, and you talk about now playing prevent defense. I can see New Mexico State dropping guys way back off the line of scrimmage.
And then what happens too was difficult. This is where you get other guys opportunity to show what they can do. You bring your pass rushers in there, and you know they're going to have havoc. They don't have to think about the run. They just going to make sure they go after the pass. So it's difficult for your offensive line to contain when they know that you're not running the football. You got to throw the football now.
First down from the 29. Reed crossing route caught, but a short 3-yard gain. And boy, New Mexico State will give that up all day long.
Yeah. But Craig Burke was on a shallow cross underneath.
This will be the 4th road win of the season for New Mexico State. Reed plants, fires, broken up. That was solid defense right there. The defender had that read all the way and got that inside arm out to bat the ball away.
Yes, he was able to push Burt outside. When you do that, you're making plays, but it's easy when you know exactly what they're playing. All you have to do is sit back. Now, in this situation, they know what's going to happen. They're not breaking on. They're going to sit back and not let you go deep and break on everything underneath.
3rd down and 6. 2:25 left to play here in Bowling Green. Reed steps up, fires over the middle, and that pass is caught in traffic at midfield. That was a nice reception. Ball got there, contact made shortly after, but a nice job of hanging on by Messer.
Great catch by Messer, the professor, making a decision to hook up on the other side. Because if you'd have kept going, that would have been a pick by the safety.
Reed looked right. Now over the middle, that's broken up, batted into the air, almost intercepted. Boy, a late break on the ball. That was Dylan Early, the junior, who knocked that one up into the air, and it fell to the turf.
Yeah, here's a wholesale defensive line with Aggies come in, so you get fresh rushers on there. But they've been doing a great job. They've been very stout all night.
1:55 left to play. 2nd and 10. Little draw, handoff up the middle. Inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line, and a nice gain by Young. That'll be a 1st down, but the clock with 1:50 left stops so they can reset the chains.
And they're just going deeper and deeper.
Same play, Young up the middle, inside the 20 to the 16. Elijah Young's had another very nice day statistically. He's going to be somewhere in the 75-yard range rushing the football, but the clock now approaching 90 seconds left.
Yeah, even if you get the touchdown, it's going to be hard to stop him.
Well, there's the touchdown. Reed with a beautiful pass to Corley. Corley with a touchdown reception, his 9th of the year. But it might be a little too late.
Yes, it'll be difficult to make a comeback on that, but great catch by Malachi Corley and great throw by Reed, getting the ball up in the air, right over his shoulder, 1-on-1, touchdown.
So for Reed, his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. That gives him 24 touchdown passes on the season. And now WKU is going to take a timeout. There would be no reason to go for 2 here. That wouldn't make you any difference. So
no.
Just trying to set up, make sure they get the extra point, and then obviously an onside kick to follow.
But if you want to just build your stats and just put some points on the board, you go for 2, but it doesn't really make that big of a difference. You're right about that, Joe.
You know, Corley is approaching Tywan Taylor's career receptions record. Corley coming into the game, 233 career receptions. Taylor with 253. So he's put a little bit of a dent in that deficit tonight.
Yes, and then plus you got a lot of season, a few more games left, and he'll probably be able to get past that deficit.
Well, they are going to go for 2 here. I find this very interesting. To get it down to 9. Reed fires at the goal line. Did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Corley will make the catch for the 2-point conversion. So that makes it 38-29. Still a 2-score game.
2 possession, and you're taking that chance, but great call, great catch over the middle, but a little too late. I mean, the last drive is kind of almost impossible. It's difficult, especially even if you get the ball with a minute 30 left. It's difficult.
Well, stranger things have happened, but it would take. It's one of those situations now for WKU. They have to have 4 or 5 things happen.
Yes. Got
to get the onside kick, got to score, got to get another onside kick and score again. But they've got 90 seconds to give it a try.
But all those things could happen. But the difficult thing is getting this onside kick. The percentages of getting that is very difficult in college, even in the pros, right? Even in high school.
Remember what we saw at the end of the first half. Remember the line drive kickoff that ricocheted off a New Mexico State player way back down, almost inside the 5-yard line to end the half.
And then look at New Mexico State. The Aggies got their hands team out here anyway, so they're prepared for an onside kick right here. Because if the Aggies get possession, the game is over. Because a minute and 30 seconds, you can run the clock out.
WKU does have 2 timeouts remaining. So Munson to handle the kickoff. He punches it forward, and a nice play there to make the stop. He was trying to kick it and recover it himself, but a nice play there for the big man in the middle, number 88, who came down with it for New Mexico State. And that's Trevor Stevens.
Yeah, big fella has some soft hands, Trevor Stevens. Kid letting that ball roll in there. Looked like a shortstop out there throwing the ball to first base.
Well, they ran the clock. It ran 2 seconds off the clock, and the referee said put 1 back. So it's at 1:29.
So this one, your searcher wheel, they got another. They brought where's the beef? They're bringing the big guys in, and they're just going to run the football with the quarterback now.
And I think they've got Stowers in again, and he's just going to keep the football on the snap and push it inside the 40 to the 39. And the Hilltoppers will use their 2nd timeout.
Yeah, so now they put in him. So now the time is the Stower hour.
It's very interesting to have the comfort level, because not a lot of programs are comfortable changing quarterbacks, especially in a close game. But Stowers, they know his package, they know what he's made for. They put him in the last drive and snapped the ball directly to him and let him score.
Yeah, and they know that because they want to assert their will. He is more like the power back, and then you take the pressure off your quarterback, your main quarterback, because you don't want to have him taking hits like that. So what they go ahead and put Stowers in, and they took Pavia out because he's not going to run that much, because that's his whole object right now, is just run this football, run the eye, run the quarterback draws, because you got an extra blocker, and continue to do that.
2nd down and 5. Stowers is going to keep it once again. He's going to cut back and be close to a 1st down. It will depend on the spot right at the 33. WKU, I believe, is going to use their final timeout. It will be enough for 1st down, and that'll do it with 1:19 left.
Yeah.
And I don't think the Hilltoppers are even going to use that final timeout now.
Yeah, you got to go into. They're probably going to the victory formation. That's the best formation in football right now, is the victory formation.
Pavia is going to come in and take the snap. They'll have to run one more play. Play clock counting down to 6. Pavia will take the knee. They'll have to snap it one more time. So an impressive year continues for New Mexico State. They're going to improve to 8-3. And they will lock up a spot against Liberty in Virginia in the conference championship game.
That's going to be a really good game because the New Mexico State right now is a different team when they first start off, when they played Liberty. This is going to be a very good team and a very good championship down the road against them. What a great victory tonight by New Mexico State.
An impressive second half, really an impressive fourth quarter that made the difference, and New Mexico State improves to 8-3 on the season. It's their 4th road win of the year, and they lock up a spot in the Conference USA championship game at Liberty in December. And for Western Kentucky, there is still work to do, but there's still plenty to salvage in this season. The record now 5-5 overall, 3-3 in the conference, but an opportunity 2 more to get bowl eligible. The next game next week here against Sam Houston. That's the next opportunity. Then the season finishes at FIU.
So both teams were fighting tonight, but right now New Mexico State is in the driver's seat. Got an opportunity to play for championship. And now WKU just got to fight for the last 2 games, just like you said, to be bowl eligible. You want to play around the holidays anyway. I mean, you didn't do that, but you got to have, there's something still, in other words, there's still meat left on the bone.
Still plenty to play for them. You know, they've made 4 bowl trips in 4 years with Tyson Helton, an opportunity with 2 shots at bowl eligibility coming up to make that 5 years in a row. And so, but a big win for New Mexico State. I mean, they're bowl eligible for the first time in more than 60 years, and they come in year 1 in Conference USA and play themselves into the title game.
And New Mexico State, I mean, you got to give it to Jerry Keels. I mean, what a great coach. He's always been a really good coach, but he took the right gambles, the right time, believed in his team, asserted his will, and played real football on the last drive in the 3rd and 4th quarter. He just asserted his will. They changed the momentum of the entire game when they did that.
You've made these road trips when you got to go cross country. It's a heck of a lot nicer to fly back cross country when you're coming off a win.
Oh, yes, it is. I mean, you don't want to try. Yeah, that's a long ways to go with a loss. I mean, and you're looking at each other and what could we have done better?